Hey, welcome back to Bitter-Swede Garage. Today I got another free engine. And I probably need another free engine like I need a hole in the head, but I couldn't resist. So my buddy Quade just dropped off 70s, I think. I'll run all the numbers. I think it's from the 70s, 250. And yeah, we just pulled it out of the truck. Sure is nice to have this crane, but there she is in all its glory. It's got, the only thing it's missing is the carb, but I think I can figure that out. So the plan is somehow get this inside. They built a nice stand for it, and then I don't know, maybe we'll see if we can get it running. Here's the pulleys, and look at this sweet 250. So obviously, because air cleaners would never lie, it is the 250 Turbo Thrift something. So anyway, we'll get all this sort of sorted and see if we can get it to pop off. I need more like furniture dollies for such an occasion, but I'm gonna move this car out. I'm gonna raise the garage door up, and I might just try to wheel that whole apparatus in here. So yeah, bear with me. Low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me. Oh, that was awkward, but we got it inside. Whew. So now, oh, I'm out of shape. Okay, I need a minute. Now I can drop it without it being outside, and then I can roll all this junk out of here. Right back! Well, that'll do. Well, let's see if it is in fact not seized. And then I might have a starter we can throw on this. We'll see. I do have a carburetor. Where did I put it? Ah, it's over here. Hang on. It's in the bat cave. Aha. You know, it's a good thing that I hoard old Chevy parts. and other parts. I think this is gonna go. It's got all these fancy heat shields. Look at that. Like, oh, that's something like that. Yes. I probably have it on backwards, but you know, it fits the flames. That's all we're concerned about. Nope, we're good. Here's the fuel inlet. Look at that. Look at this. This is the fuel pump line. Ugh. Oh, it was meant to be. Meant to be. All right, so we got the battery on boil. You know, that's always good. And then I gotta find some cables. Hopefully the starter that I have will work for this. I gotta do a little research to make sure it's the same. The belt housing's the same. Not sure if the tooth count on the flywheel is the same. And then gotta find some nuts for the carb, but I might throw some juice down the cylinders. It does rotate, so that's awesome. It does have, let's see, it's got oil. Look at that, that's good. I mean, darker than my heart, but it's got oil. And sprayed a little juice down the fuel pump here. I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna use it right now, but yeah, we'll get it, get that battery fired up, find a battery cable, throw the starter on there, and see if we can make fire. All right, so I don't have a starter for this. I got one ordered, should be here tomorrow. But in the meantime, I figured I'd take the opportunity to pull the spark plugs out, check them out. I put a little 1540 down each cylinder, just a dab. I mean, it turns over pretty good by hand, but just don't want to score those up with no oil. This is the number 1, and they're all a little rich, but not, you know, not rusted, not super crusty, just a little dark. So I think this thing was running, you know, pretty okay. So I also got found some carb stud bolts for my pulley there. Got the alternator belt on, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, since I can't fire this up, figured I'd try to see what this engine code is. Sorry, it's kind of hard for you to see it, but I got 2 different numbers here. F0624CCG and 10K216641. So I'm gonna look those up and see exactly what we got here. They're just to the left. It's behind the distributor on a machined pad. All right, after digging around on the internet, I found the F is for Flint, Michigan, 06 is for June, 24 would be the 24th, so June 24th. CCG is 1970 for a 250 with a 3-speed manual. And it does have a flywheel and a clutch. So I think that's what it's from. Now it's probably, I was told it was from a El Camino, and I guess that could add up with a 3-speed manual or a light pickup truck, I guess. But yeah, that's what we got for now, and well, hopefully she fires up. Another quick way to tell on these old straight 6s, at least this generation, is the 230 and the 250 have smaller covers for the push rods. The 292 has bigger ones, and you'll notice where this engine mount is. it's the same on, they're right across from each other on the smaller straight sixes. The 292, they're offset, either like that or like that. I think they're like this. But anyway, so a quick way to tell is just the lifter covers. All right, so I got my starter from O'Reilly. This is the second one, actually. The first one had the offset bolts, or no, it had the flange bolts that go this way into the bell housing. As you can see, I don't have the bell housing. I was like, oh, I'll just get the automatic starter. Well, because it's got the 2 bolts that go straight up. The 350s have them offset. But it ain't gonna work. So I think the automatics have a smaller diameter flex plate, I think. So that's not gonna work. So I either gotta find a bell housing and get the manual starter, or like a mini, I don't know. So back to the drawing board. All right, look what I got today. Bell housing. Bolted up like a charm. Also got a starter. But you'll notice something. I have the light here. I love modifying new parts. It's got 3. See how it's not real square? Well, that's because it's not tight yet, but that's shiny down there. So it's hitting there, and then it was hitting here on the top of this, on the starter itself. So I've been grinding. I'd rather grind the starter than the block, obviously, so I did the starter. But it bolts up now. So now we can see if we can turn it over and fire it up. All right, I'm not sure if that battery works, but got the starter hooked up, cables. The coil is not hooked up. I just want to see if the starter works. I really hope this doesn't bind up. Here we go. I got nothing. Either my battery's dead or that thing is like bound up. Anyway, back to the drawing board once again. All right, it was definitely the battery. Here we go. That is awesome news. So I didn't waste half my day driving down to Colorado to buy that bell housing. I got a good deal, by the way. But yeah, we're rocking and rolling now. I'm gonna throw some juice to the coil, a little gas down the carb, see what happens. I haven't pulled this cap. I'm trying to see what I can get away with on the minimum, but got the coil hooked up hot. So I'm gonna check to see if we have spark before I throw any juice to it. We do not appear to have spark. All right, let's check that. So I took a little sandpaper, clean the points up a little bit. See what happens here. Sparky spark. Also shorting out between here. I don't know if you can see. That's interesting. So I need to stop that from happening, but we got spark. All right, I just put fuel in it. We have contact. Contact! Maybe. Gotta get this somewhere. Okay. Well, you know, because it's not in a car and doesn't have a transmission, I guess it can't run off on me. Haha. All right, here we go. And the smoke. That's okay. That's not funny anymore. I'm dying. Ah, yes, I put 1540 down all the cylinders, so it's burning off a little bit. Let's do a little vent of the air capsule. There we go. Be gone, demon! All right, I'm gonna stand on this side so maybe I can work the throttle. Coil's hooked up. I've got a fuel line going into an open vat of gas near the spark. That's probably a good idea. Okay. Let's blow up the garage tonight. All right, here we go. Almost. Our battery's running out. And I think my fuel pump's working. Yeah. Seems to be gas pouring out of the car everywhere, which means the needle's stuck open on the float. So, awesome! But, that's what these tests are for. All right, she like the smoke. She wants to run. Come on, baby. I mean, it runs. All right, here we go again. Fire in the hole. It's backfiring real bad. We're gonna call that a win. All right, so I got it to idle. I put some new base gaskets on the carburetor because I think it was lean popping. It was backfiring, it was getting too much air in there. So it just sits there and runs. There's really no use in putting too much work into this thing if it doesn't have good compression. So I'm gonna do a little compression test here. See if we can set this up. This is the number 1. Gotta open the throttle. See if I can do this. There we go. Ready? Go. Oh yeah. That's awesome. 140? Dang, if they're all like that, we're gonna use this engine. Woo! Time to bleed! All right, compression test complete. Front one was 135, 120, 128, 135, 116. So a little low on that one, and then 128. So I'm pretty happy with that for a used free engine. I'm hoping maybe that one will come back around, you know, with a little heat cycle, get some oil in there. So I don't know. I might use this engine, I might not. If anything, I'll use the bell housing and the starter I got for it, because that works on small block and big block Chevys too. So yeah, other than time, I'm not out much. So I don't know. Well, what should I do with this thing? Davis Speed Equipment sells a engine mount kit for a 37 Chevy, and I have a 37 Chevy. So that'd be kind of neat. Anyway, leave your comment below. Should I scrap it? Should I save it? Should I turn it into a coffee table? I don't know. Just another distraction from that thing, but we won't worry about that. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.